Alrighty. Good evening, Brad. How you doing, buddy? Welcome, everybody, to a Monday night live stream of Farm Sim with me, Mr. Moose. It's one of those last-minute things where things, I was just so busy today with things and didn't really feel like trying to rush out a video, so I just decided I would do a live stream tonight. Hey, Captain Morgan, how you doing? I'm going to give a couple of seconds here to let the stream stabilize. There's some, I'm seeing a little bit of connectivity issues. I started out my connection at about 5 minutes early, and it dropped twice on YouTube side of it. So I'm just watching right now to make sure everything is right, and then we'll get going. So if the stream all of a sudden just dies, you guys will know what's going on, because it is bouncing back and forth between green and red. So on my end, hey Jody, hey Gangs, Gunslinger, hey Andrew, hey Rampage, good evening to you in the UK. All right, so you guys can hear me all right on your end, hopefully. Okay, so anyways, like I said, I was going to record some Manchester today, but got up this morning, didn't feel real good, went out and did some stuff with the Christmas lights, and I guess with it being so cold and everything, my sinuses got me, started getting a little bit of a headache, and so I laid down for a bit today, and I didn't accomplish a whole lot of anything. So I did want to get a video out today, and since it got late, I looked at the clock and said, yeah, forget it. I'll do some things around the house, and by the time I get, because like I say, if it gets to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, by the time I record the video, encode the video, upload the video, it's 6-7 o'clock at night, my time when it gets up, and I hate posting that, so I just decided I would go ahead and just do this tonight. So anyways, so welcome guys. What are we gonna do tonight? We're gonna do a little bit of this and that. We'll start prepping the fields for the next planting, which is what we're gonna start off with. I'm gonna automate some of this stuff, and while they're doing their thing, we'll go and work on some other things around the farm as well. So that is my game plan for the evening. I haven't even taken a look at the fields. Hopefully they're about right, and actually, you know what, hopefully I don't have any straw left in these fields. Nope, everything looks good. All right, pH is high on the field, so that's fine. That's all I need to know. We'll start unfolding our implements. Hey, Mr. Gamer, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. So we'll be doing at least 2 hours of live stream tonight. Probably 2 hours is going to be it. It is a school night for a lot of people, as well as it's just one of those things for me tonight as well. Is this was one of those things I wanted to get done, and probably just do a couple of hours. Again, this is because I didn't get a video put out today, so I wanted to get something done. Oh, let's get course play set up here, because we will be automating these guys. So there's my cursor. All right, we're going to be doing field work, so we need to come over here and load up field number, what is this, field number 4, and the working width on this is not 23 meters. It is what is it? I think it's geez, it's been so long I have forgotten the working width of this stuff. Let's see, these are 4.5, so 9 meters. I think we're setting this up at 10 meters. 9.8 I think is what I'm setting these at. Oh man, it has been a while. All right, so I'm going to set this for 9.8 working width. And we will come, because I think I set the oh, that's okay, architect, I understand. Like I said, it's an unplanned thing. It's just one of those things, and you know, I don't expect anybody to sit here all the time. Oh, what is my, see, that helps me out, 5.8 meters. So if I double that up, that's 10.6. No, it's still not right. It should be 4.8 meters. All right. It's been a while, guys. It has been a while, so I may mess this up a little bit. I think what I'm doing is 9.8 meters, and this starts off in the northeast corner and going south, and we'll do one headland. We'll set the path, and then the offset on this, I will make it 4.6 meters to the left. Symmetrical lane change. Four-wheel drive will be on. This will be our outside tractor, and then I will set the other one up to be the inside tractor. So let's see. That is a combine. That's a combine. That's a John Deere. That's a sprayer. And that right there is a JCB. Well, eventually I'll find it. I know it's one with a shed. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Good to have you this evening. I'm Boss. Hello. Welcome, buddy. Or ma'am, or whoever you may be. And hello to you, Cole. I'm doing good. Doing good. I've got a lot of Advil in me, and my eyes aren't watering at this very moment, and I'm not sneezing. So I'm doing better than I was 4 hours ago. So lots to talk about tonight. So if you guys don't follow Landy Kid's feeds, and haven't heard the news, he finally got his dedicated server up and running. So I will probably start being on there on a regular basis to play. A lot of you guys have asked me about doing multiplayer, and I've talked a bit about it, so it comes as no surprise to people that I've talked about when he gets that dedicated up. I will probably spend a bit of time on there playing, and for those of you who wanted to do multiplayer stuff, you know, that would be when I would do some multiplayer stuff. So he did go ahead and get his dedicated set up. It is up and running. I think he's running Chillington on it. So so yeah. Yeah, Zach, if you're just here to advertise your stuff, just go on. I'm not here for you to advertise all the time. It's so funny. I get that stuff every day. I get people who post links to their sites. They jump on mine, and that's their whole purpose for jumping on my videos, is to post links to their stuff to try and grow. I had somebody today who posted a thing on there and said, "You can give me a shout out for my new channel I just started out." I gave him a big delete. That's what I gave him. That's a real quick way to get deleted. All right. Set this one up again. Same thing here. Field number 4. 9.8 meters. And we're starting in the northeast, headed south. One headland, pop that up there. The offset on this will just be 1 simple meter, or 1/10 of a meter to the left. There we go. Active symmetric lane change. Always use 4-wheel drive. We're ready to plow. Let's come up here, and we will go ahead and drop down our plow, and we will start getting this going. Zoom out so I can see what we're doing here. And yep, I'll make the turn. And that is off and running. So let's get in the other one and let's get going. All right, so we'll do the same thing here. Let's zoom the camera out so we can see what we're doing. And we'll get over here to the edge. This one's our outside track. Drop our plow down, make our turn. That's good. And we'll turn here and set. There we go. And we should be rolling. Ooh, turn that off. I'll have to fix that. I was plowing a little bit of extra field there. Let's see. All right, what do you like better, John Deere or Case tractors? I'd say John Deere. I'm not a big Case fan. I've never been a big Case fan. You know, and I understand Case bought International Harvester and all that other stuff, but I'm still not a Case fan. Just because you buy International Harvester doesn't mean you become International Harvester. Usually means you buy it and screw it up. And that's kind of the way it went. So, but yeah, I'm more of a John Deere fan than an IH. You know, or John Deere versus Case guy. You know, I own a few John Deere tractors, so and I think that's a lot to it too. It's what you own. I grew up with International Harvester tractors around, and a lot of IH stuff on the, you know, on the property. So I'm still an IH kid, but you know, currently I've got John Deere stuff, so I'm a John Deere fan. All right, so with that stuff off and running and plowing, we'll do the plowing today, but we've also are going to tend to some of the other stuff around the farm. I got this guy out because I need to get a load of manure over to the other farm so that we can continue to work on the greenhouses over there, because I ran out of manure. So I got this guy, and we got plenty of manure over here on the dairy farm. As a matter of fact, we're probably maxed out over here, so it wouldn't hurt to take some off of this field to use on the other field. I forgot I had a whole nother trailer in there. What was I doing with that trailer? I forget. I think maybe that trailer I was using to haul manure with earlier. I might have my two trailers mixed up. Anyways, doesn't really matter. It's just a game. In real life, it would. All right, so we'll do a little front loader work. What do you like better? Let's see. Hey, James, how you doing, buddy? Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yeah. Anyways, let's see. I guess yesterday you guys got 2 farm sim videos. Hope you guys enjoyed that. The double header Sunday version of farm sim. Hey, Cap Morgan. Good to see you. And so we did a little Manchester yesterday, and we did a little Rockwood yesterday to appease everybody. And so I hope you guys doing that. I had a busy day yesterday. I had a lot of fun yesterday. I got out, I managed to get out 2 farm sim recordings, as well as I made 2 Fallout videos yesterday, which one of the Fallout videos went out this morning, and the other one will go out later on. So I got quite a bit done yesterday. Plus I played a little bit of the Hunter yesterday with a friend of mine, and a little bit of Arma 3. So it was gaming Sunday for me. So Who forgot to pay the heating bill? I know, man. The link that I have on there for that won't work. Interesting. I'll have to go look. Are you talking about the 900 or are you talking about the 1050s? Because the last time I looked, Timber still had that stuff up. Now, I know he's going through some stuff right now, and it wouldn't be surprising if that site got taken down. So I'll go back and double check it. But the last time I checked, it was still up there. It went down to 34 last night here. So yeah, when I got up this morning at 6 o'clock, it was a chilly start. The dogs were quite surprised when they went out to pee this morning, and it was cool. I forgot to take the trash cans to the street last night, so I got out this morning at 2 a.m. and ran them out to the street in shorts and flip-flops, and was like, ooh, that ain't fun. And I literally ran the can to the street so I could get it done and get back in the house quick. So all right, let's get that down. Anyways, yeah, so I had to actually break out some long pants today to wear. I had to sport jeans today for the first time in a while. I don't like jeans. I don't wear jeans normally. So having to wear them in the winter time, I hate. They're so heavy compared to wearing shorts all the time. I'm so used to just wearing, swim shorts. Like when I'm out on the boat working, it's just swimwear. I always just wear a pair of swim trunks. I probably own 30-40 pairs of swim trunks. So I'm always wearing a pair, and when I'm out on the boat, and the rest of the time it's like shorts. Any pair of shorts I can wear. You're a gorilla, huh? Like I said, I'm always wearing shorts except for in cold weather. And even in cold weather, like I had to, even in cold weather, a lot of times I will just wear a pair of shorts. If I don't have to like run outside or anything, I'll still wear a pair of shorts. If it's in the 50s, if it's in the upper 50s, lower 60s, I'll probably be in shorts. But when it's in the 30s in the morning, I'll sport a pair of jeans. So when I was out there doing the Christmas lights this morning and starting to get all that wired up, I was in jeans. And but I did not feel real good this morning. I still don't feel real great, but at least my sinuses aren't snotty the way I was earlier. All right, that is completely loaded, so we'll put that down for now, and I will come back and finish up over here, and we will head over to the baby farm and start working on getting it rigged up. It's a trailer full of poop. What we'll do is we'll put a little bit of this in each of the we'll top everything off over there that needs to be topped off, and then we'll put the rest of this in the manure bin over there, and that way I've got manure on site for when I need to continue to fill up the greenhouses and such. So manure transport. Whoa, this thing just wants to run all over the place with that big heavy trailer. Saw an interesting mod out there today. Has anybody seen the in-camera mod that I guess makes your body, makes the in-cab camera sort of like pitch around when you're driving? So like when you accelerate, the camera moves back a little bit in the cab. If you back up, you move forward towards the steering wheel a little bit, and then on hills, like it has a little pitch and roll to it, so you'll slide back and to the right and left. It's interesting. When I have $1.8 million, I will buy field number 1. Cap Morgan. I have to accumulate that kind of cash first, which is when the BGA gets up and going this time and we sell everything off of it, we'll be close. I pretty much figure we've got about anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million in the BGA right now. I could be wrong. So we'll probably plant some more corn this go round, and so that way if we have to have a little bit more, we've got a little bit more. So the text in the upper left is a mod called Glance. You have to install it, and all you do is you hit F1 to get rid of your help menu, and when you do, Glance will be up there in the top. Alright, so let's back up over here, see if we can get this dumped in. I'm gonna have to update this mod to see if I can get it to stop bouncing around. I wasn't gonna update it because I didn't like the fact that I didn't like the green that they changed it to, but I think I'm going to have to because it just bounces way too much. That greenhouse is good. That one needs a little bit in it, so we'll make a big backup to it. See if we can get it back over there. So those are growing. Everything's growing again now. The lettuce is growing. The lettuce is almost got a full growth on it actually. So we'll actually it is full growth. So we'll be unloading that here in just a minute. I'll back this over into here, and then we'll dump a little bit there, and then we'll dump the rest in the manure hopper here, so that we have plenty of manure over here for when we need it. And then we need to check on the feed for the beef cattle, make sure that they've got plenty of food. Alright, so there's the trigger for that. So we'll fill this thing up with manure, give it plenty, and we'll be good. Alright, let's look at the feed on our beef cattle. Make sure that they are good. So pig fattening, beef. Let's see, they've got plenty of rations, they got plenty of water, straw looks good. So right now we're all right with them. We'll will be okay. Eventually they're going to need a little bit of straw, and they're going to need some mixed rations. All right, so let's jump over here. Get rid of this. Let's grab the case. Keep wanting to use the accelerator to get over here to this thing. Let's see. Do I have a link for updated version? What do you mean, Daniel? For the updated version of what? Sorry, I may have missed it. What you were talking about. So, let me ask you that. Are you talking about the 1050? Because like I said, the last time I checked, that link was working. So if it's down, I don't know why it's down. Or are you talking about the updated link for the 900s? No, I don't have a link for it because, again, I know there's been update after update after updated for it, and so, and even like Castaway, who is hasn't been in a while, but even Castaway, the last time it updated was like, you know, you better check the update before you install it. It's the same with all of them. I don't put a link or give you guys a link until it's something that I've tested out and that I believe in. If I don't think it's worth putting out, then I'm not going to put it out there for you guys. So, and at this point, I don't know what I'm going to use. I'm going to have to look around and see if I can find an update that I like for it. So, speaking of links, by the way, and this isn't aimed at anybody in particular or anything else like that. So, just because he mentioned something about it and brought it to my head. If you're watching this in the archive or you're watching it on the stream, I take the time to put everything, the links in the mod link. And if you're watching an old video and you see a mod that you like and you want it, look through the mods list. It's there. The only thing that's not in the mods list is maybe something current that I haven't taken the time to update the list on, and I'll do that within the next, couple weeks. It usually takes me a couple of weeks. I usually wait and do a whole bunch of them at one time, but I do it on there. If you're too lazy to go read it off of the mods list, don't beat me up for a mod. I'm not going to give it to you. Case in point, I had somebody ask me for a link to something. I responded back with, look at the mods list. It's on the mods list. And the person said, I don't have time to read your mods list. Just send me the link. I'm going to send you the middle finger. That's what I'm going to give you. You're not going to get another correspondence from me, and you're not going to get another link from me or anything else like that. So that's not the way to approach it with me. I'm not here to tell you what mods are in. I do the mods list as a courtesy. I try to be as helpful as I can to people, but I am not going to hold your hand. Yeah. And if you smart off to me, you're certainly not going to get any help from me. That one royally pissed me off today. I was really wasn't feeling too great anyways. And, yeah. You know how I get mods? I go to a mod site and I look through all the different mods, and then I grab them and then I put them on a test map and I test them out to see what's what and what's good. And it takes me a long time to find the mods that I want to see. So, yeah. So somebody asked about seeds. We've got 2,220 made so far. Which is what, within 30 minutes of the map. I mean, we haven't had it up and running that long. So as I fast track time, we'll start to see the seeds really start to come in. But yeah, we've got about 2,000 seeds so far. By the time we get to planting, hopefully we'll have plenty done. But again, most of the seed that comes out of here is going to be put towards the lettuce greenhouse. This whole system was put in mainly so that we would always have seed for the greenhouse over there, and so that we didn't have to go purchase seed to make lettuce. So that's what it's for the most part. But we may use it for seeding as well. If we end up with having an abundance of seed come in, I guess it goes both ways. It doesn't really matter where I use it, as long as I'm offsetting some of my expenses for seed. Let's see how this greenhouse is. Tomatoes are at 70% on this one, so we don't have to really worry about it. And it's got plenty of water. Everything's topped off on that. And then, of course, these are topped off because we just put them in. And they are just starting to cook, so cool beans. So that is getting taken care of. Let's see. Hey Moose, love the videos, quality entertainment, keep up the great work. Thanks, man. I use your mods list to look for the 1050 and various other mods, yeah. And like I said, Daniel, when I get done with the stream, I'll look at that and see if I can figure out what's broken and see if his site is up still or whatever. I know he's going through some stuff right now, and who knows, that site might have come down because of it. What is your favorite combine mod? Man, favorite combine mod. I really don't have one right now. Maybe the I mean, I've used the Class one and I've used the New Holland pack. And then the Agco pack that I downloaded the other day, which was all right. It wasn't too bad. Probably that Class combine pack that's got the TerraTrack in it. That might be my favorite so far. But nothing really stands out as just amazing, you know. Nothing really blows my mind as far as combines go. Let's see, what else? Logan wants to know, are you going to do mod showcase ever again? I get asked that all the time. I only showcase mods that are new that I like, and I haven't seen anything come out recently that really stood out as something that I should showcase. I don't just showcase mods just because there's mods. There's too many guys out there that all they do is they just take the last 8 or 10 mods that came out this week, and each week they do a mod roundup or mod spotlight or showcase or whatever they call it, and they showcase them. It's got to be something that I actually like before I'm even going to bother to do a mod thing on it. I've struggled with that before. We've talked about it before, and I think the deal with me is I just want to put stuff out there that actually I would like and I would use. And that's sort of been my thought process on that from the word go. So, like I said, if a really great mod came out, that when I saw it, I was like, holy cow, I got to do something on that one, then I would do it. But these mediocre, I mean, every day it's just something that you don't need. It's the same thing over and over. It's a different color of this tractor, or it's another John Deere mod that's not worth a crap, or it's the 15th version of the same piece of junk John Deere mod that somebody stole off of somebody else's site, or they paid some Chinese modeler to do for them, and it's just not any good. It doesn't get dirty or something else like that. So if it's not worth my time, I don't do any mod reviews on it. That's sort of where I am and where I've been and where I remain. Oh, hey Luke, how you doing, buddy? Alright, so we'll head back to the farm. So pretty much everything over the beef farm is taken care of. It's just a matter now of getting these fields planted, getting them going, and taking care of them. Yeah, we planted that grass field over there, and I've yet to go over there and mow it. Thanks, Eric. It is starting to do pretty good. it is starting to come around. Alright, so we'll take this back here and park it. We don't need it anymore. I've got a lot of shovel work that needs to be done on this map, so while the plowing is going, I'm probably going to do some shovel work, which might get a little bit boring for you guys, but it's got to get done, because the cows are going to run out of mixed rations here shortly. Hey Eric, how you doing, buddy? Alright, so let's park this guy. See if we can get this thing in here at a decent... Alright. Come on around, come on, come on. There we go. All right. Have you ever seen or thought about playing the States version 8? Yeah, I've seen it. It's just, here's the thing. The States, Michigan, those maps, they're just too wide open for me. I don't like flat pieces of paper with fields on it. I like character. That's the reason I like this map so much. It's got big fields, it's got some small fields on it, there's a little bit of everything, and at the end of the day, it's got scenery, it's got some good looking textures to it, the layout of it is logical. I don't really like the 3 farms part of this one, with the beef farm, the pig farm, and the dairy farm, but it does work. And you know, so I don't completely hate it, but those maps are just so flat and vast that I just have never been interested in them. They're not like what I'm used to around here, because everything around here, while this area is, you know, while I live in the States and that's supposed to be a representation of, you know, farms in America, it might be in Kansas, but it's not where I live. So so I've never been really interested in either of those maps. I've been watching Ian play a little bit of Michigan today, and it just doesn't do anything for me. So, but yeah, I've seen States before. I've seen some other people play States. It just hasn't done anything for me. Thought about it. Am I going to? No. I don't have the time or patience to build a map. I'd rather be playing games than sitting around trying to build a map. It takes too much time. And the Giants editor, some of the stuff in the Giants editor I can't stand. It could be because of the stream. The health right now on YouTube is kind of all over the place. I don't know what's going on. It was doing okay, and then it started stuttering a bit for me. When I tried to connect it earlier, I had some issues with it. It was up and down. So I don't know what's going on with it tonight, but it is a little bit off. So it could be YouTube. We had some issues Saturday night with it as well, so. Hey Nathan, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Captain Morgan, that's the point I'm at. I'd rather be playing the map than trying to make one. I'll let somebody else take care of that, because they're probably going to do a better job than I would. Oops, wrong bin. I always forget which is which. I know the very first one is where the silage goes in, but I forget which one is grass and which one is which one's straw on here. So we got quite a bit to get loaded into this thing because it is flat out empty. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm playing farm sim, so there's worse things I could be doing in this world, right? Be digging a ditch or working some other meaningless job. And instead, I'm playing farm sim and hanging out with you guys, right? So is everybody ready for the big Christmas rush to begin this week? My mom's so sweet, guys. I got to tell you this. My dear sweet little mom comes into me today and says, "You know, I need a Christmas list from you." I was like, "No, you don't need a Christmas list from you." How do you convince your parents that you're to the point in your life where you are financially independent and stable and that you don't need them to buy you a gift? All that you need for them is just to be around and spend time with you and, and be there. That gifts don't matter to you. You reach that point in your life where gifts don't matter to you and you don't want them to buy you a gift. And also, to the point, I shouldn't have to tell them anymore what to buy me as a gift. I shouldn't have to tell her what I want. She should just get me something that she thinks, that I would like. And, because again, it's the thought that counts. It's not a get me this thing. It's different when you're young. Because you're getting things when you're young that you desire that you cannot afford for yourself. At my age, though, it's if I want something, I go buy it. And the other thing is, you can't buy for me. If I tell my mom, like if you reach this, y'all will reach this age. Those of you who are young, you'll reach this age where you'll want something. Let's say you want a video card for your computer, right? You want a video card, and you have set your mind on that you want a, let's say like an EVGA 970, right? And you tell your mom you want a video card for Christmas and you want a 970 EVGA. Well, what if she goes out and buys you a GTX 970, but she doesn't buy the EVGA version. She buys some other different game. It's not what you wanted, and then you have to deal with that side of it, and you don't want to hurt their feelings and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, I buy certain things. I have certain taste, and if I want something, I'm gonna go get it because I'm gonna get exactly what I want, and I don't want to have to tell somebody to go get it for me. So I kind of laugh at when she asked me about that. LBK Gaming, welcome to the stream, but don't ask for another shout out because I don't do them. If you deserve a shout out, you get a shout out. What is the fascination with shout outs? Someone please tell me that. Why do people get into streams and immediately ask that when, it just blows my mind. I see it everybody, and it pisses everybody who's doing the streams off. It really does. I mean, you hear people all the time doing it, and it just blows my mind why people do that. And it's no offense to LBK for coming in and asking for it. It just, again, it goes off and pushes that button that it's like, why? Why do people constantly do that? What steering wheel do I use? G27. I'm using a G27 with the gear shifter on it for shifting from forward to reverse. And then I've got a Logitech 3D Pro joystick, Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, to do all of my front end work with. So yeah, so thought the mixing station is a placeable mod as well. It is. You can get it as a placeable mod, but this one is, you'll find it placed on a lot of mods or on a lot of modded maps, and they'll also do adjustments to it to where, like this one, you can go in, and if you're using it through the editor, through the Giants editor, and placing it on a map, you can customize it for the map. So like on this one, the spout is off of the grain silo next to it, whereas in the standard version of it, the pipe comes off of this right hand side, right where the control box is. But on this particular map, what they've done is he's put a harvester in, which that's a harvester silo, and he's gone in and put the spout on it yet. So and it's a fixed spout right there, so it's kind of cool that he does that. Yeah. All right. Can you mix chaff and grass together? I don't know. I mean, I'm mixing grass. I'm putting grass in here, and then I'm gonna put the silage in here. Can you mix chaff and grass together? You mean like at the BGA? Yes. I've done it before. I've done it quite a bit on Bjornholm. I do believe you can mix grass and chaff. I'm thinking about adding BGA extension in. I'm to the point in my gaming where maybe I want to do that. I've seen some other people do it, and it's always turned me off because I thought it would be too much more work. But I'm to the point where, you know, maybe that's something else to do. Jaden, I'm not sure what's going on with the lag tonight. Like I said, it's I think it's something on YouTube's end, because I started it, like I said, I started the connection earlier tonight. It dropped the connection within 30 seconds. I started it a second time. It ran for about a minute and dropped the connection. The third time I did it, it finally took hold and has been running. But I am seeing the health of the stream, not on my end where I look at how it's encoding, but on the health on YouTube's end is fluctuating between healthy and unhealthy. So it has a little color bar that goes green, yellow, red, and it keeps flashing back and forth between green and red. So I'm not sure. It might be just a bad internet traffic day or something, because maybe with the holidays and increased traffic, and not sure. All right, I need to go check on the fence because they are done. I got busy doing this and forgot to do. Somebody asked something here. Let me scroll back up here and see what was said. Let's see. I have no idea about Banky. I don't keep up with what Banky's doing. I should do some logging. I did logging yesterday. Let's see. I don't know what was said. I missed it. Oh, how can I get mods? Go to the mod sites. Are you playing on PC or are you playing on Xbox? I guess that should be the real question that you ask. Usually that question that comes from people is, how do I get mods? If you're playing on console, you don't. You have to be playing on a PC version. And yeah, so let's see. Need to get over to these guys, stop the driver, and head on over to the next field. So these are plowed. And we'll head over. So our pH on this field is about 7.2. We're good on it. Nutrient wise, we're at 4 and 4. So we are going to, I'll figure out my planting schedule and then we'll go from there as far as what we need to put onto it. I think we'll just end up putting some NPK on it and we'll be good. So, and I'm going to have to drop the, and I keep tapping the ignition button. There we go. Get that to unfold. Come on, unfold. Drive control. It's not drive control, it's horseplay. Keeps messing me up with that. Alright, flip this over. Put that piece over. And we'll set up our course on this one. We can lose the other course. We are going for field number 7. As it is user defined. Our working width continues to be 9.8 meters. This time we are in the northwest corner of the map, headed south, and we're gonna do one headland and then we'll make our passes. I think that's enough. I think one headland will work. I forget. I'm not really sure if that tool shed messes everything up. We'll go with it. All right, one headland. What else we got? All right, so the course is generated, and this is my inside line, so it goes 1 meter to the left. It is ready to go, and I'll set it off as soon as the other one gets here. Did I generate the course? Apparently I didn't generate the course. Field 7. Starting in the... oh, dummy. Northwest. Start in the northwest. Oh, you know what? I don't want to start in the northwest. I want to start in the southwest. Because every time I start in the northwest, they run into the fence down here. So let's start in the southeast this time. We'll start down here and we'll head north and see if this works out a little bit better, because I've been having issues where every time I start that does not look right. Alright, southeast. Alright, get rid of this course. 7, starting in the southeast. We're heading west. We'll generate that course. That looks better. That looks right. Alright, so flip that thing around. And get that to there. And let me go grab the other one. And turn off horseplay on it. And just so I can get the plow to open itself up. Let's see. Do you have the Xbox 350? No, I don't do any console games whatsoever. Everything I do is PC. Yeah, everything I do is PC. The only console I own is sitting in the top of a closet right now, because I will probably, unless the most fantastic game ever created comes out on console and console only, I will never play it. I'm a PC snob. Alright, so we're starting southeast, headed west, generate course, and yep, that is all good. Gotta rotate our head. Alright, so we can get this guy plowing, put our plow all the way down, Make our turn here. All right, drive course. And off that goes. Nice. Love it when it works right. Same thing here. Come around. Make our turn. Do. Down on the edge. And drive course. And off that goes. Cool. Braden, how you doing, buddy? Omar, hello. Or Omar was asking about the PC stuff or console stuff. What do I use to edit my videos? I use Adobe Premiere. I've got the whole Adobe suite from back when I used to do some marketing stuff. So I have all that gear. I have Photoshop, Premiere, Fireworks, Adobe Audition, Flash, all that stuff. I have the entire creator suite or whatever it's called. I've had it for years. I used to be heavy into marketing and did all the production and everything on it. So all right, that is done. Let's get into this thing and get to moving and doing some more. Let's see. Do you use the development version of Courseplay? Yes, I do. I just updated it last week. I used to not to. I used to be totally against using the development version, but they update the consumer version so sparingly, or so little, that I found that I needed to use the developers version because they update it all the time. Especially months ago, they were updating it, you know. Back in the spring and the summer, they were updating it nearly every day. So, Omar, how do you go live? Are you talking about how do I do a live stream? I use OBS encoding software, or you can use whatever software you want to use to encode, and you set it up so that you can stream to YouTube, and that's the way I do it. There are a ton of instructional videos out there from people teaching exactly how to do it. It's real. You watch them and they'll walk you step by step through how to set it up. That's how I learned how to do it. I Googled it. I sat and watched 5 or 6 different videos and found one guy that really did a great walkthrough, and I watched his video, and basically I paused the video and I opened up my OBS and I'd watch his video and pause it and do what he said to do, and then I'd go back and watch some more of his video and pause it and do what he said to do until I got it all working right. And I originally had set up for Twitch, but then I just went in and made some adjustments for YouTube and started doing YouTube. So ain't no big deal. What's the fastest way to earn money? I don't do it to earn money. I do it because it's fun. But you'll earn money if you do it and you monetize your videos. You'll earn money just by having people enjoy your videos. The first and foremost thing you need to do if you're going to think about doing YouTube is find something that is you and it represents you and that you're passionate about, and do videos on it and build an audience, and don't worry about making money. If you're in it just to make money, you're going to starve, because there's not a whole lot of money to make off of it. You're not going to be, unless you're just the most amazing personality in the world, you're not going to be PewDiePie or one of these other guys that has made millions and millions of dollars and has 5 million subscribers and, you know, makes money hand over fist because they do it every day and they have tons of people watching them. those guys are few and far between. The rest of the people who do it make a little bit of money, but they're not getting rich off of it. I'm certainly not. But like I said, I've said it before. I do it for the fun, and whatever money that I make off of it usually goes right back into it. It usually either goes into equipment upgrades, or it goes into buying more software and playing more video games. The amount of money that I spent this month on video game software is ridiculous. If I said the money that I made off of YouTube, if I said the money that I made off of YouTube, if I compared it to what I spent in equipment to record the videos and to buy the games that I record, or to, buy games that I think might be interesting to record, and spend the time doing them, I'd be losing money, because, I had to upgrade my computer recently, my internet service, all that other stuff. And then every month I buy a couple of video games at least. And I spend money on those. But it feeds my habit. Again, like I said, I've said this time and time again, I didn't start out to do videos and build a YouTube channel. I started playing Farm Sim. I was having a great time playing Farm Sim. I was telling some friends about some things that I had done on it, and they couldn't quite comprehend what I was talking about. So I bought a copy of Fraps and started making some videos for them to see, and then other people started watching my videos. For a while, I had 2 people. I'd have like two views a day, 2 views, and that was it. And then all of a sudden the channel started growing and growing and growing, and it got to the point where I didn't want to stop doing it because too many people were watching. So I kept doing it and kept doing it and kept making more and more videos. And I mean, even the live stream thing, I'm just now getting into the live stream thing and spending the time doing the live stream thing. And I told myself in the beginning, I'd probably like live stream 2 days a week, and now it's getting up to 3-4 days a week, and possibly going every day out of the week. It's just and I don't make any money off of these live streams. Now you guys can, I think there's like a commercial that plays at the beginning of it. I have the opportunity to make money off of it. Like, I could force commercials every 15-20 minutes in the live stream. There's a button I can hit that'll push a commercial every so often, and I could make a little bit money off of it. 1, I never remember to do it. 2, it's just one of those things where I really just don't care. Now I do commercialize the archives, but I'm not making any money off of the live streams. So, and I'm also not one of these people who pushes subscriptions and donations and all of that kind of stuff either. So, there's one live stream guy that I watch. My gosh, he asks for donations and subscriptions and has it set up to where if you subscribe, he has a special time of the day where only people who subscribe can chat with him, and the rest of the time the general public can't chat with him, only subscribers can. And then he'll come on and do live stream for the rest of the people. It's interesting. These guys make those guys who are really into it, it's interesting to see what they do and how they make money and stuff on it, but it's not for me. I just do this for fun. And like I said, doing the stream tonight is about me being lazy and getting in a video that I wouldn't have gotten in otherwise. Just keeping some content going. Hey Angie, how you doing? How's the snow going? Are you snowed in yet? How many fields do I have? On this one, I've only got 4 so far. Working up to get the money up so we can buy field 1, though. That is what we're working on. We're working about getting a we're working on getting about 1.8 million so we can go buy field 1. Sounds like a PBS fundraiser. See, if it was a PBS fundraiser, though, I'd have a lot of celebrities come on and do celebrity farm sim, and once every 6 months, and I'd completely change the programming for the week too. You know, we'd be playing something fascinating, just so we could do a fundraiser, and every 30 minutes I'd have somebody come on going, now make sure you donate and become a sponsor of this program. You get nothing out of it, but just become a sponsor. No, it's actually melting. That's a bummer. I wish it would snow for Christmas. That's the only time I'd like to see snow. And really only because my mom always wants it to snow for Christmas. She's always talking about how she wishes she could have a white Christmas. That's the only time I want it to snow. Hello, Liverbox. Welcome back. That's like 4 in a row you've made, buddy. Welcome, welcome, sir. Good to have you with us. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so I'm caught up on chat. Snow is the other 4-letter curse word. Do you work outside, James, or what? I'm doing good, Angie. Yeah, everybody asks me that. How you doing? How you doing? You know what? I'm doing good. Anytime I'm on here live streaming and playing a video game, I'm doing good, you know? I can't lie. And there's other things I could be doing, and none of them are nearly as fun as this. Oh. Thank you for getting me Fallout 4, Mr. Moose. Oh yeah, man, you're welcome. You're welcome. Santa Moose came through for you, didn't he? Just kidding. I buy everybody video games every day. Didn't you know that? That's the running joke now, isn't it? Santa Moose, buy me this video game. Get you a lump of coal. That's what I'm gonna get you. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream Saturday night of Fallout 4. I had a ball. I love that game. I am so addicted to that game, and it really is funny because it started out as like, do I buy this? People have been asking me about this game. I've never played it. Should I buy this game? I don't know if I want this game. Is it going to be interesting? I don't even know the backstory on it, or blah 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 blah. And reluctantly, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it and bought it that night when it first came out, and was like, I haven't been able to put it down since. I mean, I was playing it this afternoon for about 35-40 minutes. I went on there and massaged a couple of things on the drive-in theater. I would jump back and got some copper so I could put some light bulbs in on it, and messed around a little bit. I can't stop playing that game. I absolutely love it, and I'm honestly sitting here right now playing Farm Sim, thinking, maybe when I'm done with this, I'll go play a little bit more. Yeah, it felt good to finally kick somebody. 2 people in 1 week, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Makes my day when I get to kick somebody out of the live stream. Let's see. All right, so we'll get this all loaded in. Man, I'll tell you what, guys, if you can get your hands on a steering wheel and a joystick, it changes this game so much. So I saw an interesting video today. I was watching Coffee with Ian Robson this morning. Coffee with Ian, that he does his little videos, which I think are cute. I found it refreshing to see somebody who talked about the Farm Sim console and really gave it an honest review, and basically said, you know, it's not worth the money. And I was like, cool that he said that. You know, I didn't expect to hear him say that. And you know, his basic premise for that is, here in the States, it's just too expensive for what you get. It's too much money for the amount of money that you spend for the Farm Sim steering wheel, pedals, and side console here in the States. It's a little over $300. Well, I can buy a refurbished G27 for $200 and pick up 2 Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joysticks for $40. And I've spent $240, and I have a whole lot more than I would for the $300 that I spent for the Farm Sim package. And I mean, there's something about having the Farm Sim package, but even, you know, he was talking about Derek Sparks button boxes. You could go get a 32 button box from him and have all the buttons that you ever needed, and you spend like $50, $60. He's got just a basic oval box. It's like $60 that you could get. That's a USB box that you could do for all your buttons on this game and not have to spend all that money. So I really liked that review that he did today. I felt it was honest and straightforward. He did the unboxing. He did some gameplay with it, let you see how to play the game. But at the end of the day, I think you're better off purchasing a G27 and a couple of steering wheels. You get all the buttons that are on the joysticks. You get all the buttons that are on the G27 to assign to different functions, however you want to do it. But you also end up with a steering wheel with force feedback that you can use for other games like Euro Truck or any kind of driving game that you want to play with. A steering wheel and spin tires is amazing. It totally changes that game. But then also you got the joysticks that you can hook in and do all the, you know, front loader work and forestry work and everything. And I just think it's a smarter route to go. Even though I applaud Farm Sim for putting out their little steering wheel and console, I'm still much happier with the route that I went with the G27 and the joysticks than I would be with the if I had gone down the road and gotten the Farm Sim console. Just money wise, it's too much. All right, so we still got to put silage in this thing, and then we'll have it filled up so we get another load of TMR. So, all right. So, getting back to something that I thought I'd talk about earlier, and that is the dedicated server that Landy Kid put up. His dedicated server is up. I think he's got Chillington Farms on it, and you guys can go over there and play now if you'd like. The deal with it is this: you have to be on TeamSpeak over at Landy Kid's TeamSpeak. you can find the TeamSpeak address. If you go to his page, he's got a video on there where he talks about the dedicated server. You can get the address for TeamSpeak from there. That will, once you get into TeamSpeak, you'll find a link on the FarmSim channel that will tell you where to go to download the mods that are being used on the dedicated server. And then you can get on there and you can play. I'm going to try to play on there probably 3 or 4 days a week. And as soon as I figure out what that schedule is going to be, I'll let you guys know. It will probably be in the afternoons so that I can play with you guys whenever you're on there or whatever. And I'll let y'all know when I'm going to be on there, what days I plan on being on there to play. And the only thing you have to keep in mind though is he is running the JCB pack on there. So if you haven't purchased the JCB DLC, you will not be able to play on that dedicated server. So, but you do need to be in TeamSpeak when you are on there. Just because you don't have to necessarily have a microphone so you can talk to people, but you do need to have, you need to be on there, just so that if you're doing something and somebody else needs to communicate with you on there, that you can at least get on there and talk to them. But for those of you who've been asking me for multiplayer stuff, that'll be where I do a little bit of multiplayer with people. It probably will not be anything that I record or broadcast, simply because I don't want people coming in there just so they can try to hijack a live stream. And I know there will people that will do it. You know, there are people that will go, "Oh, Moose is doing a live stream on the dedicated server. I'll go get in the TeamSpeak chat and just start running my mouth and be a superstar." And so that's not going to happen. And I've seen it happen to other people's streams. Like I've seen somebody who does good live streams or does good videos and such, and has been putting out good content, but that person lets somebody else play with them, and when the person comes in to play with them, they tend to run their mouth the entire time, and it ruins the video. And so I wouldn't want to do that, because I think somebody else might chime in. However, I'm thinking about isolating I've got a really nice mix board, and I'm thinking about running all of my audio out of my computer through my mixer and into another computer, and letting the other computer handle all of my streaming. If I did that, I can isolate me from TeamSpeak, and then I could get on there and play multiplayer, and I could talk into TeamSpeak and I could hear TeamSpeak, but the only audio that would be going to the recorder would be the audio of whatever I sent to it. So I could just send the game and myself to the recorder, and no one would ever hear the side of what's going on in TeamSpeak. So I could always do that. And the way I do my stuff too on TeamSpeak is I always use push to talk, so I can talk in a video and nobody on TeamSpeak hear me. So there is a chance that I might do that, but that would be something I would do down the road. For now, I'll just get on there and play some, have some fun with you guys, and go from there. Let's see. Do I like John Deere or New Holland? John Deere. Not that big of a New Holland fan either. And again, it's not about necessarily about the equipment or anything. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing. It's not necessarily about the equipment. as much as it is that's what I'm used to. And typically, you know, like on a farm, we do all kinds of mix and matching in this game, but typically on a farm you'll stick with one brand. Once you start out using John Deere stuff, you'll pretty much stick with John Deere equipment. One, because you have a reputation with the dealer. Two, because of parts. Most of the time, the parts that you get you try to keep your tractors within the same family, and that way your parts are interchangeable. So I can go out, and if I live rural and I don't want to have to pay for a service call, or I don't want to have to run into town, I will usually keep a lot of the parts that I might need on hand. And then that way, if anything goes wrong, I'll have them there. Now I went and loaded the wrong thing. I was like, oh, that one's full. Started with grass, then I moved to straw, when what I really needed was silage. So, you know, once you buy your first tractor, you'll tend to stick with that brand down the road, just because. And if you're under warranty on them, you'll get a service call. You'll have the guy come out to change your oil, and you know, he can do all vehicles at one time if they're all the same brand. You know, if all your hydraulic hoses fit the same vehicles or whatever, if they're within the same specs, you don't have to worry about that. It's just so much you can do. Have you ever seen, there it is, have you ever seen Daggerwind's videos? Nope. I don't watch Daggerwind's channel, guys. Somebody asks me that every live stream. I don't watch his stuff. Just like I said, I've watched maybe 15 minutes of his videos, and that was it. All right, drop this one, and then I'll go move the next one. Yeah, like I said, I've maybe watched, like I said, maybe 15 minutes. I watched, like, hit a couple of videos just because they came up on the sidebar, and watched them, and they just weren't for me, you know. Different strokes for different folks, and the ones that I watched I just didn't get into, so I haven't watched much of his stuff, or any of his stuff. I can honestly say I haven't sat through a complete video. That's nothing against the guy either, you know. He's got a huge following, he's got a lot of viewers, and but I just, you know, that's not who I watch. Flip over, come on, change sides. There we go. All right, south. This one can go south, can go northwest, and we will take it east, right? Yeah, east, 1 there we go. And the offset on that needs to be 1 meter to the left to begin with. That one is set up and ready to go, so we'll just pull it right over here, and as soon as I get the other one in place, we'll start plowing. Let's see. Daggerwind's multiplayer videos. My grandpa used to work for John Deere. Oh, that's cool. You know, Recon used to work for John Deere. He used to do work, I think, service on John Deere is what he used to do. So he has a lot of knowledge. I was having some issues with one of my tractors, and I talked to Recon. He gave me some tips that came in really useful. Oh, he's got a lot of knowledge on that stuff. All right, so pop the trigger on that. Let's see. This is better to watch. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. You know, like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there that you can watch videos of. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the videos and liking them and everything, and it means a lot to me. But I don't pretend to think anybody watches just me or any of this stuff. I know there's lots out there, and I make mistakes and don't claim to be perfect and don't claim to be the end all of farm sim or any of that stuff. I just have fun doing it, and if you guys enjoy watching it, I'm glad you do. I enjoy having you guys come out and chat with and all that stuff. All right, so that is set. That's good. All right, so switch to this guy. We'll drop down our plow, make our turn here. Chooka 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 chook, and we'll send it on out. Alrighty. Same thing. Drop the plow. Come on around. Make our turn here. Straighten up. Send off on drive control. Well, thanks, William. I appreciate that, man. Well, my approach to this, and it always has been, is hopefully I may make a lot of mistakes. Hopefully you guys learn from them. And hopefully when I learn new things, I can share that information with you guys. And that way, if you guys are running up against the wall with stuff, you'll be able to learn from my mistakes. So that's kind of where I approach this. All right, so these guys are off and rolling. I don't change up my equipment a ton. I know that because I keep it, I keep this stuff sort of real, I'm not going to go out and change up my vehicles every week because a new mod came out on something. But if it's a mod that I can use on the farm, I'll pick it up, I am going to rent some, I am going to use the rental mod a bit and just, in the future, sort of mix up the equipment a little bit so that we're not using the same thing in every video. So like, what I'll do is like when we harvest this next time, like I rented the Agco the last time, I may rent the there was a really cool Fendt one that came out. I might rent it and use that in the next video. So let's see, you spent 13 hours catching up with me today. That's funny, man. Oh, yeah, and I think like an hour and 40 minutes of that was on that on the video that I put up today for Fallout, because I saw your comment on there, Francis, about you were hooked now. Why does Courseplay delete your saved games? I don't know, man. I've never had that happen to me. Never have I had that happen. Now, the one thing you need to do with Courseplay is if you put a new version in it, is it Courseplay or is it Drive Control? It's Drive Control that you have to. You have to delete the config file on Drive Control when you put a new version in. I don't think you have to with Courseplay, but I don't have any issues with Courseplay. I have to say, I've never had Courseplay delete anything. I've never had Courseplay mess up any of my maps or anything else like that, I'll read some comments with people saying stuff like that. I don't know if it's a conflict with a mod you've got or what, but as far as course play goes, I've never had any issues with it. Would I get a Massey Ferguson for this map? What, tractor wise or combine? Mix it back into some first person for a little bit. Tractor, yeah. I don't know. I might if I ever pick up another tractor. This thing, I'm sort of set on tractors right now. I may have to pick up another tractor, which is not going to be a Massey if I do, because I'm thinking about getting a really big air seeder and putting on this map. Especially when we get field 1, and when I do that, I'm going to have to either run like a class 4500, or I'm going to have to run an articulated, something big, to pull that. So I would, there's not really a Massey Ferguson that fits that bill. Though at the same time, I wouldn't mind getting the, I wouldn't mind messing with those little Massey Fergusons that were in the contest. There's a couple of good ones in there. That's it. There's so many mods and only so much to do with them. I'm more into implement mods than I am anything else. It's just like, I guess James turned me on. Was it James that turned me on to that Lemken plow with the cultivator attachments on it? I've been looking for that thing forever, and he gave me a link to it the other day, and now I'm playing Soul Mod where I can't really use it right off the bat, so I will end up using it on probably end up using it over on Sosnovka. So yeah, I've got it, James. You talking about I think you're talking about, let's see, sewing machines. Is this the one you're talking about? The yeah, the 1890. I've got it. I've already downloaded it and I have it on here in case I want to use it. These two are crap. Both of these mods are. The Kens and the John Deere. There's no mass to them, so they slide around on you all the time, like when you make turns. But I did pick up the these guys here. Now there's a new Kens that I believe is this mod. Somebody's gone back in and redone it for a Kens version. But I've got that, so yeah, that's the one I'm talking about probably using, is the 1890. I will probably use that when we get into field 1. I even toyed with using it in the next planting. Who knows? Might use it this week. I need to jump into a test server one day this week and mess with it a little bit, just so I get down all the how to use it and everything. There we go. So Crescenda, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope I got that right. Hey Corbin, how much feed mix do you have? I think this thing makes like 100,000 liters at a time, and it was bone dry, I believe. I probably don't have any mix right now. We can look. Just got to get out and go look at the control panel on it. Let's see, F1. Right now I have 91,000 liters of mix right now. And then I was bone dry on silage and grass. So that's the reason we're doing all the shovel work right now. Because we go through quite a bit of TMR now with having as many dairy cows as we have. Oh, that's your sister? That's cool. Oh, let's see. Any way of getting a feed mixer mod like this? There's a placeable version of it on Maru's site. If that's what you're looking for. It's also on I believe it's on Mod Hosters as well. If you want to get that, there is a placeable version of it. But I know it's on Maru's site because that's who made it originally, or that's where it originally came from, was from Maru's site. And I don't know that Maru made it or Farmer Andy, but one of those guys made it. And yeah. But yeah, go to maru.net and you can get it there. Alrighty. So we'll finish getting this topped off so that we'll have plenty of food for cattle. Eventually I need to truck some over to the beef facility if we ever expand the beef operation. But that little front loading version of it seemed to work pretty good the last time when I did it, and I didn't need that much TMR for the amount of beef cattle that we have, so I might just use it for a while over there. But eventually I need to truck some over. Yeah, see the plow boys over there working. Cause I'm a plow boy. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's move around here. I got to get a screenshot for my thumbnail, so I think I'll use this right here. That might work. All right. Hey, Matthew. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you can make it. All right. Ready. And let's keep going with this. Got a little bit more to get into this thing and we'll have it up. Yeah, I got all the mods downloaded today. I made a fresh mod folder, even though I think I have every mod that's on that list. I went through and instead of trying to figure out what mods he put on the server, I just went and downloaded the entire thing and put it into its own folder. and that way I can move them out. I can move them out all the time, in and out. I think Crescenda little sister is bugging her. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, the best thing to do, this is my suggestion for you if you want to do it, is create you somewhere in your documents folder a folder called Farm Sim. And in that Farm Sim folder, make you another folder called Landy Server. And then make you another folder called My Mods, or whatever, whatever you want to call it. My Regular Mods or whatever. And then download all of Landy's, create a folder called Mods, put all of his mods into it, and then put that into your folder called Landy Server. Then take a copy of your mods that you use on an everyday basis and move that folder over into your little Farming Sim my normal mods folder. And so when you're going to play on Landy's server, you take your mods and put them into your little storage folder, and then you move Landy's mods into your game. And then when you're done playing on Landy's server, you do the exact opposite. You move Landy's mods over into a storage folder, and then you move your mods back into the game. That's the way I do it. That's the way I did it when I used to. That's the way I do it with Recon. That's the way I do it with Landy. And anybody else where I play on somebody else's server with them. That's the way I do it. That's the way I keep my mods isolated from theirs. And that way I know what's what. Oh, get off of that. What mod do you like the best? I don't know. Oh, we do this. Everybody asks me that all the time. I think it's probably, like I said, the Fruit Trees mod. The ROS package. Most of the mods, though, that I really like, that really change the game for me, are the things like drive control, courseplay, your script mods that enhance the game. So drive control, courseplay, glance, those three right there are, make the game for me. The plus 64 fruit mod, that increases your number of fruits that you can have in the game to 64 instead of 32. That's a huge one, so that way you can put a lot of the UPK stuff onto your map, or have extra different things, have multi-fruit running and play multiple fruits on a map, whereas you couldn't if you didn't have that. So, hey Greg, welcome. Sorry that you missed the beginning of it. Yeah, it was a last minute thing that it sort of came about this afternoon. I've said it earlier in the stream, and things didn't work out for me to record a video this morning, and by the time I had time to sit down and record a video, I just looked at it and said, you know what, in the time it'll take to record, render, and upload a video, it'll be up by the time I could just do a live stream. So I'll do a live stream tonight. So chose to do that this evening. Yeah, I was in TeamSpeak earlier. I sounded horrible too. My sinuses were nasty, and I felt horrible when I was in there earlier today. I took a whole lot of medicine right after that. Feel a lot better for right now. Alright, I think my plows are done over on 6. So we'll go grab them and move them over to 20 and get that field plowed. And this thing is full. Finally. I think that's all of it. Everybody is good. Everybody is piped up. So we can take this guy and park him. But we got to get some grass mowed, because I'm falling short on grass. So I feel a grass mowing episode coming up. Alright, that is good. Alright, so let's go over to this guy here. Stop the driver. Come on, pack the head. Whoa, it just broke. Maintenance issue on the plow head here. Come on. Fold up. Now, how did I miss these rows right here? It's all plowed, but for some reason the chop straw didn't go away. It's interesting. Alright, we're headed over to field 20 to do our last little bit of plowing. She's quiet tonight, Chris. I don't know what's going on, but she is not making any more noise. Yeah, Faye, you'll have to join TeamSpeak, and once you go on there, you'll get the address for the server, so you can download all of the mods for it. Now, it's easy to get into. It's easy to get in. Alright, so I'm going to set this guy up. Field number 20 this time. And we are going to be starting in the southeast. Headed to the west. No headland. There we go. Generate that course. Offset is going to be 1 meter to the left. So pull that up there. And I can go ahead and set this guy off on his own. Go ahead and drop the plow. Drive force. All right. Come in here, stop the driver, drive force, stop force. Lose the course. Turn on the beacons. Hold up the plow. Yeah, this plow, I don't know what it is with course play. It glitches up. If you let the plow, if you let the tractors go all the way to the end, and then they fold up the plow, they'll glitch where they won't unfold. So what I now have to do is start course play so it'll unfold, and then I've got to make it try to turn again before I can fold it back up and get it ready for transport. So it's weird. Let's see, what is your plans for this map for the future? I don't know. I'm gonna do another planting. Most likely we're gonna do a bit of corn again, so that we can get the BGA full. We got plenty of other grains right now, so we'll probably do a mega corn plant for silage this go round. Get that planted up and going, and then once we get that done, then we should have the 1.8 million that we need, so we can start buying field 1, because we're going to buy field 1 and plant it up, and then use 3 combines at once and have some fun with that. All right, so once again, field 20. Oops. Southeast, west. Generate course. To the left side. Come up here. Drop the plow. Start plowing. And yep, drive course. Cool. Everything is headed on out. See you, Matt. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see. I think I saw the other day, I thought I saw it was like $19 for the regular version and $29 if you bought gold. Maybe he asked about that. Maybe he asked how much gold was, so. Maybe I'm wrong though. But it seemed like there was only a $10 difference in gold and the regular version. Hey Carson, how you doing, man? All right, so let's see. We got that done. Let's jump over here and I meant to check that field real quick. Go back to a running tractor here. 6.9 neutral. Ugh. Man, I probably should have put some lime on this field. Probably should put a little lime on it. It's not too terrible though. Yeah, we might be able to get away with it where it's at. Yeah, there should be a Steam sale Friday. You're right. You think my dog could be sick because she's not barking right now? Highly possible. What's going on? Did I tell one of these guys to do a headland and not realize it? Okay, I think the other Fent just decided to go do something completely on its own. Let's see what I did with this one. Yeah, I did no headland on this one. What is this one doing? Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn the headland off on this one, so it's off running around doing the perimeter. Oh well. Such it is. I messed up. I'm a goob. Let's see. Don't know if you're gonna go. You suddenly feel a burst of energy. That's good. How are you feeling about your football team? I like their chances. you never know until they play the game. I'm not overly, I don't have any expectations of a national championship this year. Let me put it that way. But if it happens, it happens. Their defense is clearly playing outstanding. The offense shows signs of life every once in a while, but it's certainly not consistent. So I'm not going to sit here and say they're on track to be the national champions this year, but they have a shot at it. They just have to win, They got to go out there and play football and win each game, and that's, if they do that, they get. If not, it's already been a good season. As long as they beat Auburn this weekend, that's all that really matters. That way I don't hear all my Auburn friends talk smack all year long. Auburn fans are hilarious. They will badmouth and talk about Alabama fans all the time and how disgusting they are and everything else like that, and be just how rude and all this other stuff. And Alabama fans just kind of lay back, and they're, every team has their people that talk smack nonstop, consistently all the time. But not everybody does it. But man, if you listen to the Auburn people, they would tell you that every Alabama fan is arrogant and that every Alabama fan is just a pain in the butt and all this stuff, yada, 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 yada. And when Auburn loses to Alabama, they just talk horrible about Alabama fans and how bad they are and everything, and yada, yada, yada. You let Auburn win a game and they won't shut up. I mean, they're in your face. They're as rude. You wear an Alabama hat into Walmart or somewhere, and they will come up and they will get in your face and just be like, "War Eagle, we beat y'all. Y'all suck." I never do that to anybody. But, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. So it's more one of those things where you gotta win, because if you don't, you hear it. Yeah. All right, so let's unfold our sprayer. We need to turn our GPS mod on, and we need to load up field number 7 here. It's been so long since I've done this stuff, I almost forgot how to do it. Now, why did it load field number 7 that direction? Because we're not on field number 7, are we? Dummy, you're on field number 4. How about that? It's amazing how things work properly when you do the right thing. All right, let's get it all lined up. Approach the line, fire up the pump, and go on across the field. Come on. Keep on going. Could have swore I hit cruise control. There we go. All right, so that's that. I'm going to sleep. I'll just let the tractor drive itself. No, I'm just kidding. Carson, you like the Oregon Ducks? We got a good team. Nothing I can do about it, Jacob. It's a YouTube thing. It's everything is wonderful and stable on my end, and going out of my computer, everything is fine. I have no drop frames. Everything is right on this end. However, on my YouTube side of it, it seems a little bit off, and I'm not really sure why. Oops. Yeah, I just checked it a little while ago on what's going into OBS, and everything going into OBS is absolutely fine. So the only thing I'm seeing on the YouTube side of it. Go check it over here again. I'm just seeing that the health of the stream keeps fluctuating up and down on the YouTube side of it. I don't really know why it's doing that. then there's nothing I can do about it. It's either something between me and YouTube or with YouTube. So, hey Adam, how you doing, buddy? Do I want MPK? Yes, I want MPK. You gotta have the MPK. I guess I ought to turn it back on so you guys can hear it. Yeah, I want MPK for this. I mean, right now we're at basically most of the field is 5 and 4, 6 and 4, somewhere like that. And so yeah, it's all right. All right, lock in. Turn on the sprayer. Keep on going. You need a mod to store grass and straw in a shed like mine. Any ideas? I don't know. I don't know if there's one out there. There may be one out there. As a matter of fact, I think I saw one on Mod Hosters the other day that might be one that you could use. Where do I find most of my mods? Either Mod Hoster or the three that I really hit all the time are Mod Hosters, FSUK, and then LS Mods 2015. Mod Hub's pretty cool too. Modhub.us, pretty good. Ooh, I can't stand placeable heaps, man. Placeable heaps gives me too much FPS drop. It seems to I tend to have issues with it. I used it a couple of times, and every time I had problems with it. I've stopped using it. But yeah, placeable heaps would be your other option. However, the only issue with placeable heaps is you can't put it under a shed like what he's wanting. You know, he's wanting a shed that he can do it in. You can't do that with placeable heaps. You'd have to find a mod that actually has a mod for dry grass or hay storage. Hey Cody, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Brandon, there is a video. If you do a video search for Soul Mod, there's a guy out there that does an outstanding video on Soul Mod, and I would not do it justice. So he's got all the graphic charts and everything else like that that show you growth stages and things of that nature, and I would go check it out before I would ask me to do a video, because I'll just mess it up. I would not get it right. And I'm still learning. There's new things I learn every day. That's sort of what this whole Manchester project was all about. Was about doing Soul Mod and doing it daily so you guys could see it and just learn from the day to day. And I try to explain everything from the beginning. I've tried to explain what actions I'm taking and why I'm taking those particular actions and so forth. So I like this field. The pH is high on it. So, you know, like the spraying of MPK is going to take away a value of that. So I don't really have to worry about it. So that's going to take away a value. And then when I spray the weeds, that's going to take away 2 points off of it. So that gets me down to 6.8. And then I'm also going to, you'll lose in between growth stages 2 and 3, I think it is. I think on growth stage 3 you lose 2 points in MPK of pH. So basically for every time you spray fertilizer or nitrogen fertilizer, and anytime you spray weed preventative on the field, you lose 2/10 of your pH, and then your growth state is going to take 2/10 of pH. So you're going to lose 6 on your planting pretty much every time. So by the time we lose 6, we'll be right around 6.6, and that's good. So as long as I keep it right around 6.8, that's the objective. And then you want your moisture to be around 54. Your nitrogen needs to be at 9, and your pK needs to be right around 4. Optimal numbers are 5 for nitrogen and 4 for your pK. So, all right. So we'll run around here, fill back up. Oh, let's see. What do I like more, John Deere or Case? We went over this earlier. John Deere. Yeah. Somebody asked me that right when we began earlier. And we got into the whole discussion of Case and New Holland and yeah. All right, let's ride into this field. I did not look at this field, so I don't remember where it was at. 4 and 4, 2 and 2, 1, 3, 4, 3, 3. Ooh. 4 and 4, 5 and 4. Man, this field is just inconsistent. It's all over the place. Alright, so we'll start off with NPK. We may have to put a little something else onto it. Alright. Let's see. Bring back up this guy here. And select field number 7 this time. And load that in there. We'll go ahead and get that out. All right, Carson, have a good night. When is Reaper releasing a new version of this map? I got no idea, man. I just know that he's working on another version. Last time I talked to him, he said he would fix all the naming issues when he put the next version of the map out. And again, I'm assuming that the new version is going to include cotton and lavender, because I think that's what he has added in to the map. But don't quote me on that, because that's all speculation. I just know he's got a new version of the map that he's working on. So you're new to Giants editing, just wondering, can you move buildings around like in the yard? Yes, you can. You can move anything on the map around. Everything you see is an item that can be moved around. Yes, there is. There is a new Michigan map out. Ian's playing it. I watched him play a little bit of it today. It's flat like a piece of paper. Yeah, if you've got a building that has triggers on it, you need to grab the triggers as well. Alrighty. Keep forgetting I need to make these turns. earlier. So I don't run all the way to the end of the field. Eric, take it easy. Thanks for coming out. I'm not going to be on too much longer. I'm basically going to finish up spraying the fields and then call it a night. Because the other field will be done plowing here in just a few. So I'll run through these fields, put a little NPK on them to get them started up, and then we will be going. Yeah, but just remember, if that's a GE building, that means it has to be done in the editor. Reading chat and didn't pay attention to the GPS line. Yeah, James, if that thing says GE on it, just keep in mind it's something that has to be installed through the Giants editor. It's not placeable. I think he's looking for a placeable mod. Yeah, I mean, Adam, that's what I was talking about earlier about what I don't like about that map. I don't like about the fact that there's no character to that map. It's just a flat map with big, huge fields, and yeah, it's soul mod compatible. But where's the character to it? Where's the little bit of roll in the fields? Where's some character to it? It's like all of these fields have a little bit of roll to them. None of them are actually just flat. If you look, there's a mound right back in the middle of this one. That's, where's that at in Michigan? There's none of that. So, you don't get any of that stuff. Alright, let's stop spraying real quick. Back up just a little bit. And go see what is wrong with that fit tractor. Oh, why, he's run into a tree. Alright, stop the driver. Hold up the plow. Back out of here. How in the world did he do this? Holy cow. So which tractor was this that did this? And why would it have come way over here? And why is half of the field not done? I'm very confused right now. Alright, so apparently one of these guys, which one is this? This would have been the 1 meter guy. He should have flip-flopped. And he didn't do half of the... Wait, he did all of his stuff right. This guy's doing everything wrong. How did his plow get flipped back? Ugh. So apparently the other tractor somehow... Oh, I know what happened. I screwed up programming that other tractor. Alright, I can fix this real quick. Yeah, I can get this fixed. We'll run over here and get everything right. I just let this guy do it. He'll get it right. Let's see. Need to make the lane offset on this 4.8 meters to the left. So I messed up on the, when I set all this up, I set a headland up on the other one. I didn't set a headland on this one. And so the other one ended up plowing completely wrong on this. And so it didn't get it right. So basically I just need this one to come down here to the end of this row. And it'll do its symmetric lane change and come back up. And then I can just go stop the other one. Boy, I completely messed that up. Yeah, by letting that one think that it did a headland and then came around, it put this row at the opposite end, so it came down the wrong side of it. So it's alright. I messed up. I didn't even think that it would be an issue, but it was. Alright, so I can stop this guy and raise the plow, pack the plow up, and go from there. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. When you play in Rockwood again? I played it yesterday. I play Rockwood on the weekends. It is a Sunday fun day map. It is basically, I'll do forestry once a week or twice a week, and usually that's Saturday and Sunday. I've been kind of getting things messed up recently with doing other games and stuff, but I'm trying to get my schedule back in order to where I do Manchester during the week, during the day, Sosnovka at night on the live streams on Wednesday and Friday, and then the weekend should be me doing Rockwood. Or any style of woodworking that you like to do. I don't really stick to any particular period pieces or style, as you say. I just do whatever I want to do, you know, whatever piece that I want to make. If I find a piece of furniture that I like, I usually tend to make it. As far as craftsman style, you know, or, you know, techniques, I just tend to do whatever works best. But no, I'm not into, I don't really get into just doing all shaker style furniture or anything else like that. I pretty much just make furniture that looks good, you know. And I might have a piece of furniture, I might have one style of furniture in the hallway and one style of furniture in the living room and another style somewhere else in the house. You know, it just depends what I'm looking for and what I'm making when I'm doing woodworking. And a lot of the furniture I design myself. You know, it's something where I've sat down and just do custom furniture for a particular need. Like somebody wants to add in some cabinets to their kitchen and they want to have, you know, certain aspects in their kitchen. They want to use all drawers, and they want the drawers to have dividers in them and stuff like that. But I don't usually do it in a certain period type style of joinery or whatever. I do whatever joinery is best for the application. Alright, I'm going to park this guy right here, because the next thing we are going to need is going to be the disc. So we'll put this right here for now and turn that off, and we'll resume spraying where we were with this guy. No, I will not do a Thanksgiving live stream. As I've covered, I will be quite busy on Thanksgiving, and by Thanksgiving evening I will be exhausted. I will probably have had a couple of cocktails in me, and will most likely just sit and play cards with my family. But video games will not be on the list of things that I'll be doing on Thanksgiving evening. So I kind of covered that yesterday in my forestry video. Thanksgiving is about family time to me. I won't be going shopping Thursday night. Won't be doing any of that stuff. I'll cook all day. I will have Thanksgiving with the family. Then afterwards we'll probably sit around, chew the fat. It's gonna be cool, so I might get a fire started outside so that we can all sit around and chat and hang out, and then we'll later in the evening probably all get together and play some cards. That's usually what happens, because my mother's brother loves to play cards, and so does my mother and her sister, and my father's brothers usually gets involved. So so yeah, I usually spend all my time with them. Almost lost track of what I was doing talking. I am not deep frying this year. I am smoking again. I went through the request from everybody, and everybody wanted smoked turkey. So I will do one oven roasted turkey, and I will do 2 smoked ones. So that is what I am doing this year for Thanksgiving. And then I'm going to smoke some chicken breast as well, or some whole chickens as well. So one of the things I did was make sure the smoker was cleaned out today, so I can fire it up and use it. 3 and 3 on this particular field. So change, well, 3 and 3, 4 and 4. This field is all over the place. This is what I hate about Soul Mod, is it doesn't get consistent across the field. This is 3 and 3 down in here, 3 and 3 over here, 4 and 3, 2 and 3. Four and 3, 4 and 3, Yeah. All right. Change plans. I will say this though, and I will probably do it here in a planting or two. If the field numbers continue to get inconsistent all the way across the field, I'll probably reset them all at some point. Ian let me know about that the other day when we were talking. He said one thing you can do if your field numbers get out of whack really bad and you need to reset them, you can actually go in and take the soul management out of the game, then start the game, come back into the map, then save it, go back out, and then put soul management back in, and it'll reset all your fields back to the beginning values. So if you ever get them completely out of whack, you can do that to reset the whole thing. What kind of wood are you going to use? I will probably use apple. Apple or pecan, one of the two. I don't like hickory that much. I tend to usually get apple. I usually start this from the other side too. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I got a guy I can get wood from, and he usually gets me whatever I want, and I will go to him. But usually there are just tons of pecan trees here. This is a very big area for growing pecans, and so pecan wood is real easy to get hold of as well. So it's either one. So depends on what he's got. If he's got a good selection of apple, I'll go get the apple and use it. But if he doesn't have the apple, I'll just get pecan. So all right, so I'm gonna put a coat of nitrogen down because this field is just kind of off. So I'm gonna set both of them separately. So just because there are some places where the PK levels are really low, so I'll do the nitrogen separate from the PK, and I'll come back and put a spray of PK on this on day 3, and that'll get my PK level up, because PK is, if you spray it by itself, it'll give you 3 units of PK versus just the 1 where you're on NPK. So all right, Zach, take it easy. Head on to bed. We'll see you in the next stream, and see you the next time. Yep, Adam, they'll be good. All the turkeys go into the brine tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so the turkeys will go into the brine tomorrow. They will set in the brine until Thursday morning, and then they'll get taken out about 3 o'clock in the morning and set up to smoke. It usually takes me 6 to 8 hours to smoke a bird. Something like that. I usually start them really early and put them on, and I got an old trick. I start the birds, I start my smoking about 3, and I hang some sausage in there, and so that way we have smoked sausage for breakfast. But you know, usually if I start them around 3, they'll be close to ready around lunchtime, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. As long as they're ready early enough, then I'll let them set and stand for a while before we even think about eating them for dinner. Alright, so we'll get this last little bit of spraying done on this field. We'll head over to 20, spray it, and then I will be done for the evening, guys. So, another nice long stream for you guys. So tomorrow I will put up a, let's see, I got like a base building type episode of Fallout 4 ready to go up. I'll probably put that up later on this evening or first thing in the morning, and then I'll do another Manchester episode tomorrow. That will be Manchester will be tomorrow, will be us cultivating and working towards getting seed in the field. Wednesday night's live stream will be back on Sosnovka, and I believe we are ready to plant on there. So Wednesday night we'll be planting on Sosnovka. Thursday I'll have content up for you guys. Thursday will be Manchester and probably a little Fallout. Maybe something else on there for you Thursday, so that there maybe be 3 videos to watch on Thursday. Since it is Thanksgiving, y'all might have a little bit of time to watch. And then Friday, I haven't decided what Friday's going to be. I may do some extra on Friday, seeing as you guys will be out of school and I got nothing to do. So I might do an extra live stream on Friday. I might do one Friday morning. Might do some Euro truck or something Friday morning, or I might do a long farm sim Friday morning. I don't know. I do something Friday morning, but then Sosnovka Friday night, and then we'll do something Saturday. I'm not sure what it is. Alright, let's run through this field real quick and see what's what with it. Alright, pH is okay. 5, 4, 5 and 4. So yeah, we'll go ahead and throw just NPK on this field. I wanted to drive across it and look at the numbers so I could decide what to do. Am I going to start putting slurry on the fields? I don't know, man. I got to read a little bit more about slurry as far as it relates to the soul mod. Ian gave me some good information the other day as far as slurry usage, that you can actually put slurry on the field after you plant it, where I thought you couldn't. So that information came in quite handy. Why can I not charge? Oh, I got to change back to NPK. Duh. So I'm going to put that information to use. I just got to sit back down and go over some numbers, and again, I forget more about this whole soul mod thing than I retain. So some of those numbers, there's so many numbers in it that you have to crunch, and it's like, I think if you put slurry on, it adds like 7 nitrogen or something like that to it. So you really got to be in a deficit to be able to use it. I've got to go read and make sure I know all the numbers though before I start doing it. So yeah. Thank you, Spike. Yeah, I like the little John Deere here, man. This is like all the sprayers I see around my farm. A lot of people ask me why I use this, and I don't use like the Night, or I don't use the Amazon sprayer. I don't see those around here. I see this thing. This is the type of sprayer that you would see in my area. On all the farms down here, you see this type of self-propelled John Deere sprayer. And so when I finally found this thing, it was awesome, because I was like, finally I found a highboy that is just like what we use here. So I dig it. I like it a lot. Chicka chicka. All right. Let's get to spraying this field. Whoa, what happened there, buddy? How come you sprayed and stopped? There we go. Do you think Giants is going to add Soul Mod to their next Farm Sim game? And are they planning on making a new engine? Don't think they're going to make a new engine, and I doubt they're going to add Soul Mod into the game. Have no idea, but you know, and I looked at the all right, see you next time, Liverbox. I looked at that survey, and obviously I think maybe that survey is out because maybe because of cattle and crops making Giants up their game or anything. But I looked at that survey and I read everything that was on the survey, and then I looked at what the responses are, and I don't think anybody cares. When I see what the top responses are so far for it, I just don't think, if they go by that, they're certainly not going to put it in. And I don't think people quite understand their questions. If you read their question, like expanded animal husbandry, what I look for in animal husbandry and what they're talking about is completely different. Because once I read their questionnaire and I looked at it, they're not talking about expanded animal husbandry to where you have to like raise bottle calves and then use bottle calves to do dairy, or to, you know, take some of your dairy calves and move them over to, you know, to making cattle stock or whatever, you know, beef stock. They're talking about, as far as enhanced animal husbandry, they're talking about or expanded, they're talking about adding in, you know, maybe goats or geese or stuff like that, like some of the mods are out there, or pigs, adding pigs and beef, things like that. So they'll just incorporate that side of it. It'll be the same old though. It'll just be, you buy an animal, you put it in the pen, and you use the animal. I want to see more animal husbandry in the game, where it is where you actually have to not only have your dairy cat operation, but you need to be raising dairy cattle to replace your other cattle. It would be cool that every so often you can take a dairy cow who has, maybe you have a longevity on that cow, and then after a while, once she's given up all of her milk, then you take her out in the field, fatten her up on grass, and then take her to the slaughterhouse. You know? Same thing with the, there's my dog. Not a recording goes by that she doesn't make a whole bunch of noise. She is, if anything, consistent. Yeah, same thing with the beef operation. Instead of buying 20 beef cattle and then just constantly taking them to the slaughterhouse, you should like buy beef cattle, and there should be some sort of breeding where you're constantly replacing your stock. Okay, I initially buy in 20, but then I need to be breeding and making bottle calves so I can eventually replace out my beef stock. And so I have like some juveniles growing, and then as they start to get into a more mature state, then I take my mature beef, fatten them up and slaughter them. So I have, you know, when I sell 20 off, I go from having a 40 head herd to down to 20. And so I need to raise another 20 to replace the 20 that I just sold. So basically, if you want to keep a head of, like if you want to keep a head of 50, you need to periodically be raising 20 for the 20 to replace the 20 you're going to slaughter. I'd like to see that, and I don't think you're going to see that in the game. So you could leave the same stock in the game that you have now, as long as you added in that aspect of it. To me, that would be sorely missed in this game. And that way you could pick, like I would love it if you could pick a profile. I'm going to be a cattle rancher, you know, and this is what I'm going to do to be the cattle rancher. In order for me to be a cattle rancher, I've got to, you know, I've got to have my beef, and then the things that I'm going to grow on my farm are based upon the fact that I am a dedicated cattle rancher. So the things I'm going to grow on my farm will have to do with cattle, and that will be, I'm going to have a whole bunch of grass fields. I'm going to grow mainly alfalfa, or what, you know, things like that. Grow some corn so I can fill up my corn silo, fill my corn dryer up with corn so that I can use that harvester, and, you know, or fill up my bunker and have my corn that I can feed to my cow, and then use the corn fodder, you know, to make bales of corn fodder to feed them. And so, I mean, that's what's missing in this game. Okay, if you're going to be a sheep farmer, then you do the sheep, and, you know, then you have a shearing station or something. You know, enhance it more, make it more of a simulator than just as an arcade game. More diverse crops is my number one thing. Is I want to see more diverse crops. I'd like to see seasons in the game and more diverse crops, or give me more diverse crops so I can simulate seasons, so I can say, okay, this planting we're going to do wheat, and the next planting is going to be like a summer season, so we're going to do corn, and we're going to do these things, and then in the off season I'm going to grow this. I would like to see, so that you can do more of a crop rotation in the game, even if they don't force you to do it with seasons. At least if they give you more crops, you could do that. Alex, there is not a public release of Wind Chaser out, so I will not play it. I will not play a map that's stolen. And the only version of Wind Chaser out there is a copy that has been stolen and never completed. If it has been completed, it's not been created by the original author. So all right, let's get this backed in here. So yeah, I've downloaded Wind Chaser before. I've looked at Wind Chaser, and I also know it's an incomplete map, and it's got a lot of bugs in it because somebody took that from Joe and stole it and leaked it out on the internet, and the only versions of it that are out there are ones that have been leaked out on the internet and are not from him originally. They are not ones that he put out. So they're incomplete. It's not a finished map. It has a lot of bugs in it. And even if somebody has gone in and, like, somebody went in and made a soul mod version of it, they're making it off of what was a bugged map to begin with. So no, I won't be playing it. All right. Ooh, let's go get our sprayer, take it back to the farm, and call it a night. So anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed the video tonight, or the broadcast tonight. And what's a good computer to buy to run farm sim? Any recommendations? I recommend you build your own, and don't pay somebody else for a name brand computer, because you get a lot more computer for your money if you build your own. And they're simple to build, they're not hard to do at all. I think a lot of people think it's really complicated to build a computer. It's really not. Most of it is just plug in and then go from there. You know, it's real simple to put one together, and you will save yourself a ton of money. You'll get a whole lot more computer for your money if you built one than if you bought one. Thank you, Adam. Have a good night yourself. Thanks for coming out. I wish they would add in more maps, like for acidity and moisture level. Yes, the more soul mod maps would be great. I would love to see more soul mod maps. I'm a big fan of soul mod. Well, thank you, Nick. I will put this thing up. I will put this thing up there. Archive will take about an hour or two, and then it'll be live. So if you missed any of it, it will be up for you. Computers are easy to build, man. All you have to do is just buy the components, and you can get those off of Amazon or somewhere else like that, and just do it yourself. They're simple. You have to buy your make sure that you get a motherboard and a processor that match, and then really it starts with the motherboard. You figure out, well, it starts with the processor. You figure out what processor you want. You know, what size processor you want. Do you want an i7? Do you want an AMD? Do you want the latest and the greatest? You know, so you pick what size processor you want. Then you buy a motherboard that matches that processor. You buy RAM that works with that motherboard, and then you get a video card that you like, and that's really all it is. As long as the processor and the motherboard match, and then you go down the list. Okay, well, I bought I'm gonna do X processor, and it requires this socket set. So you find all the motherboards that have that socket set, and you look for the motherboard that you like, that has certain features. How much RAM can you put on that motherboard? How many video cards will it support? Things of that nature. How many expansion slots does it have? You figure out what you want. You buy that motherboard. You buy the RAM that will work with that motherboard. So what speed RAM, what size RAM, what kind of RAM does it use? You get that, and then you get whatever kind of video cards you want for it. And you got to have a case and a power supply. You're good to go. I just built my computer a couple of months ago, and I spent right at $1,000, and that was for case, motherboard, processor cooler, the RAM, and basically everything except for the power supply and the video card was $1,000. And well, I also bought the what else did I buy? I bought something else with it. I know I bought the dual joysticks at the same time. But yeah. All right, guys, I am done. What about OS? Operating system? I don't know. To each his own on that one. I'm still on Windows 7 and you know, I don't know if I'm ever going to go to Windows 10. I thought about it. I was going to pull the trigger there for a while and decided not to. So, see you later. Keep calm and prep. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out again. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the 980. I think that's what I'm going to get this week is what I'm going to get. I haven't found anything. I haven't found any reason to stick with I haven't found any major deals for Black Friday that can beat anything that I can get off of eBay. So I'm just going to buy it off of eBay and be done with it. So I'll pick up a 980. I'm going to go with the EVGA 980 GTX. I like EVGA. I like their stuff, so I'm going to go with them. So, anyways. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody coming out and watching this evening. And I know it was a last-minute thing. Look at that. We almost did 3 hours. What else? If you're watching on the archive, thank you for sticking through it and enjoying it. And hopefully the archive turned out good with everybody talking about it being a little laggy. Hopefully it was good. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And like the video if you're watching the archive. And comment suggestions, all that is appreciated. Thanks for watching tonight, guys. Alex, thank you for coming out. Scorpion, thanks for coming out. Spike, thanks for coming out, man. It's good to have you. James, take it easy, man. Shadow Man, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. Next live stream is Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be on Sosnovka playing there. Thank you, Terry. Oh. Yeah, no live stream tomorrow. Next live stream will be Wednesday. The schedule for live streams is typically Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. Private Haymaker, hello, buddy. Did you just get in or what? I hadn't seen you talk all night, so I know you were with us over the weekend. So let's see. All right, guys, just a couple of more minutes, and then I will be shutting it down for the night. And then I will probably go upload this other Fallout video that I got done. And then I might go play another Fallout episode. I don't know. I might go play my other Fallout character. Y'all, there are some funny mods coming out today. I was looking through the mods for Fallout. There's one that you can change your character to all kinds of like different characters. One of them. And I happen to be watching, I was watching Devil Dog today. He picked up the Vladimir Putin one, and he did it perfectly. I loved it. He put the Gronak the Barbarian costume on him so he could run around with no shirt on, and he played as shirtless Vladimir Putin all day long. It was great. He couldn't have played that one better. The whole fact that he went as Vladimir Putin shirtless made it awesome. I found a Rick Grimes one today. There was another one that I found that was there's a Schwarzenegger version of it that's pretty good. But yeah, I gotta find somebody that fits the post-apocalyptic thing a little bit better. If you were rolling a female tune, you could do the one from the chick from I can't even think of the name of it now. Why am I drawing a complete blank? Resident Evil. So it was pretty great. I love that one though. The shirtless Vladimir Putin. I jumped into the live stream. I was like, holy crap, he downloaded the Putin mod. And then when he was running around shirtless with it, I just kept laughing at how great it was. And nobody got it. There was a lot of people watching the stream. They're like, "How come you don't have any armor on? You know, what happened to your character?" They just didn't get it. And he's like, "I'm playing Vladimir Putin." And he kept saying like, "Man, Putin kicks butt," and all this other stuff. And nobody was getting it. Nobody really put two and two together. And it was like either people today don't follow current events enough to and it's a sad testimony on where we are as a society, that people spend all day watching YouTube and don't watch any current events and watch the news at all. But number one, they didn't recognize that it was Vladimir Putin, and number two, they didn't get the whole reference to him running around with no shirt on. So it was kind of funny. Alex, it's hard to keep up with your live streams. Why? Because I'm all over the road with them, and I don't keep a good schedule. I'm trying to keep the schedule better. I'm trying to at least start at 7 every night. As far as how long I run, that's a whole nother story. So you're confused. A live stream on Monday. It's another situation where this is 2 Mondays in a row. Y'all don't get used to it. It's not going to become a regular thing, but it was just a situation where things didn't work out for me to get a recorded video done today for Farm Sim. So again, it got into the afternoon, and by the time I had time to sit down at the computer to record a video, I looked at the clock and said, well, if I record now, then by the time I render and upload the video, it's going to be 7 o'clock before I get a video up. I might as well just do a live stream tonight, and I can do more and get it done faster than if I do it and sat and recorded. So that was the whole thing behind it. That's the only reason I live stream tonight. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming out tonight. Those watching on the archive, thank you. I appreciate it. And again, I said this before, but like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's going to do it for this evening. I'm going to save this game so we don't lose where we were at, because I actually quit a game the other day and forgot to save it when I was doing a live stream. And I'll quit that out and switch this over, and we'll set it up so it says goodbye. And y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next live stream on Wednesday night. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Yeah, Alex, just for reference, all times are Central Standard Time, which is in the U.S., which is, I think, +6 Greenwich Mean Time. So yeah, all my times are Central Time. All right, take it easy.